Hi everybody, this is Kristen from A Voice in a View, here to do another video with my pup. Hey Cleo, say hi. Doing a video here on a rainy day, and I know other areas are getting slammed with some ice and a lot of snow, so I am grateful that it's just rain here, but praying for everybody out there that's going through a lot with the weather situation in your location. So today's healing video is called Things That Keep You Stuck in the Loop. And I'm going to be mentioning a list of things that I've learned for myself through this Great Awakening journey, this ascension journey, and healing process. And I'm going to wait until the end of the video to show you how to do this process. And I mention it in every video I do because it's so important. This is the way to free yourself. Okay? So I'm going to start out with not having a connection with spirit, okay? With God, whatever you call God, the Holy Spirit, the universe, the Almighty, the Most High. It's all the same energy. Okay? God is not separate from you. God is within you and works through you. And when you understand about energy, and if you don't have God in your life, you're not going to have a balance of energy. Okay? You have to have a connection with the spirit realm as well as down here. And, well, we are part of the sun, guys. We're a percentage of the sun, per sun, okay? And the Son of God, S-U-N, Son of God. And here's a little revelation for you. Sorry, it's a little warm in my car. Why do you think that they want you to go to church on Sunday? Why do they call it Sunday? Okay? Because you are looking for God somewhere outside of you. They're wanting you to worship a God in a building and not being out in nature and realizing that you are part of the sun. We are energy beings. We are electric beings. And the sun is the light of all things. And it helps everything grow, including us. We are all connected. Everyone down here is connected with God, with Spirit. But Sunday, they call it Sunday, when you go and you worship, whatever religion that is. But you're seeking God outside of yourself instead of, and in somewhere else, in another building or location. And they're doing that because they're distracting you. They're wanting you to look outside of yourself instead of going within and healing yourself and realizing that you are part of the sun. You are part of the Holy Spirit. You have answers within you. Okay, and going through this process of opening up your chakras, balancing your energy, you will realize this. And I will show you at the end of the video. Okay, another one is addictions. And when I talk about addictions, guys, I'm a smoker. I've done it for 30 years. And, I mention this because I want to be truthful. And how much I've struggled to quit. And I actually made it through like 3 days, a couple weeks ago, to quit smoking. But I deal with certain things as well. But through this process, I've lost a lot of my addictions. Okay? Oh, here's another thing about addictions, guys. Addictions are demons that attach to you. Okay? You're looking outside of yourself for something to help your pain, help you deal with your trauma, help you deal with your anxiety, because you're not peaceful inside. You haven't come to that peaceful state in your body by going through this process of opening your chakra system. Okay, there's a reason why alcohol can be called spirits and other things called spirits. Because you're giving yourself a channel for demons to control you. Spirits. Not a good spirit. Excuse me. Throat chakra. Attacking my throat chakra. So think about that. And that could be anything, guys. Any kind of addictions. Okay? There's so many addictions that you could be suffering from. Oh, I'm going to go into more detail on this. And some of these subjects are sensitive, guys. So if your kids are watching, please stop the video. If you have a PORN addiction, okay, you're being controlled through demons, demonic spirits. And the more you watch it, the more you are rewiring your brain to do more of it and to want more of it, to crave it. Okay, and I understand this addiction because I used to work in a facility that helped people with it. And I know some people that dealt with this and are still dealing with it. But the more you watch it, and this could be other things, guys. You know, this could be watching things on television that help control you, you know, where your focus goes. Your focus is your attention. Okay, that's energy that's attaching to you. So your subconscious is picking up on all that negative energy, even if you don't realize it. It's rewiring your brain. That could be watching horror films. That could be, you know, watching a lot of movies with death and negative things happening. The more you watch it, the more you focus on it, the more you are creating your world from it without even realizing it, okay? Where your attention goes, energy flows. So, but there could be so many different addictions. Shopping addiction, working addiction, anything that keeps you distracted from looking within yourself to what you need to heal. And they want you distracted, guys. They want you distracted on everything going on out there so you don't look inside yourself. Because you are a mirror, and everything that you see in the world, everything that you know, or who's in your life, could be anything out there, but everything is a reflection of you, of the collective, of all of us, because it's what we've created. All the energy that's put out into the world, that's what we have all created, because we are all powerful. We are divine beings of light. And as long as you don't see that, as long as you don't focus on yourself and you focus on everything else out there, you know, you're being controlled and putting yourself in your own prison without even realizing it. Okay? So I'm not going to go much more into that, but addictions are demons, guys, and they attach to you. Okay. Another one. living in a lack mindset. You know, when you're always worried about paying your bills, when you're in that struggle energy to where, you know, you don't have enough money flowing in, you're constantly worried about everything in your life because this isn't working out, that isn't working out. You don't have enough money to pay this bill or that bill. You know, you don't know if you're going to be able to go on that vacation and you're worried about it. And anything in your life that you struggle with, that you look at as a lack mentality or as a lack mentality, okay, you are attracting that energy to you. And the universe will give you more of it. The universe will give you what you want because you're focusing on it. God wants to give you what you want. And whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're concentrating on, wherever your focus goes, that energy is flowing back to you. And you will get more of it, you know, more lack, more, or, you know, you're going to be blocking your abundance. You're going to be blocking your blessings from coming in. You have to relax and stop focusing so much on everything out there that is keeping you in stuck mode. Okay? Next one. An unhealed nervous system. And this is very important. Anyone that has been stressed out, could be short periods of time, long periods of time, could be years, like me. You have to heal yourself. Okay, you have to find ways to heal yourself. Because when your nervous system is overloaded, okay, your body knows. Your subconscious knows. Your soul knows that you're overwhelmed. And it affects everything in your body. And your body listens to you guys. Your body listens to whatever energy you're taking in. And when you're overloaded with stress, you can't listen to your higher self. You can't see the bigger picture. You can't see clearly on what's happening around you. You know, sometimes when you're stressed out for long periods of time, you have overloaded cortisol in your body. And, you know, this could be from being stressed out for long periods of time. But a good way to handle this, okay, is to put your feet directly on the ground, to ground in nature. A lot of people call it grounding. Some people call it earthing. But the earth is there to assist you, you know, Mother Gaia. Mother Gaia, Earth, is there to assist you, to help you heal. You have so many nerve endings in your feet, okay? And when you put your feet directly on the ground, the earth is helping you heal your nervous system. It helps suck bad energy out of your feet, out of your body. Helps your hormones, balances your hormones. There's many things that you can look into about this, you know, grounding sheets, grounding mats. But we are electric beings, okay? And the earth is electric. The earth is alive. Everything is alive around you. The water is alive. And, you know, you might not realize that. You might just look out and think, oh, yeah, that's just a tree. That's just water. That's just dirt. No. God gave us everything in the natural world. And it's all connected. We are all connected. We are all one. Okay? Oneness, balance. Everything is alive out there and there to assist you, to help you heal. And there's reasons why cultures, didn't wear shoes. That's how they healed themselves. Not just that, but by herbs and flowers and things in nature, bark of trees, healing medicines from the earth. I use a lot of essential oils for my ailments, and I've been doing it for years. I can heal my own ear infections. I can heal a lot of different things with my oils. If you understand and know, do your research on them, and you have to have a good brand. You have to have a potent brand. There are some other cheaper versions out there, but there are many minerals on the earth and in so many different things that will help heal your ailments. But when you have an unhealed nervous system, this affects everything. Okay, you have to calm your system. You hear about disease, okay, dis-ease. There's dis-ease in the body. Your nervous system is overloaded, and it can create a lot of problems, especially for women who are in menopause. Get out in nature. Get your feet in the water. This is so important. And I've had videos this winter. I started putting my feet in the ice water, guys. Before there was quite a bit of snow, I was down on the beach taking my shoes off and putting my feet in the cold water. Or I'd take a little towel or something, and I'd put it on a bench, and I'd clear the snow, take my socks and boots off, put my feet directly on the ground. It's amazing, the healing properties of grounding or earthing. Okay. Living in fear. Here's another one, a big one. There's so much fear out there right now, trying to control you on your computers, on your phones, on the television, the radio stations, everywhere out there is trying to control you through fear. Okay? Everything seems like it's doomsday energy. Stop focusing on that so much. Okay? Because you're letting other things control you. And when you're not in control of yourself and you are internalizing all of that fear, you are creating more of it. You are creating that reality. We are mirrors, guys, and whatever you're focusing on out there, you are going to create in your world. There's a difference between observing what's happening, which you need to stay in the energy of, is being the observer, compared to internalizing everything that you're seeing with your eyes. Okay, it's important to know what's going on to a point, but it's more important for you to focus on yourself and to create your world in abundance, in good energy, in positive energy, in hope energy, and all that good energy, compared to staying focused so much on fear. Fear of what's going to happen next. Fear of, I see this happening, so, it's going to be a domino effect. Don't ever say things, can't get worse, guys, because, the universe listens. God listens to everything you say. Be careful on what you say, because words are spells. We all have the power to create our worlds through our voice, right? Through the throat chakra. And your body's listening. And whatever you're telling yourself, I can't do this, I can't do that, your body's listening. Be very careful of what you say about yourself and others. You're creating karma for yourself if you're doing that. But you got to stay out of fear. See what's happening out there, but don't let it overwhelm you. Don't create your world from it. Stay in positive energy. Okay? Okay. Another thing, a big thing that will keep you stuck is not examining yourself. Not examining your life. Not looking in the mirror and taking accountability for all the energy that you put out into the world. Okay, you've got to go within yourself and heal your trauma. Because all that energy that is attached to you, that you've accumulated throughout your lifetime, is stuck in layers on you. And the more energy that attaches to you, okay, the more you're going to be stuck. So I'll leave that there. Okay, no connection with nature. And there's such a materialistic world out there right now. Everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people have gone away from God, gone away from the natural world. You know, they don't see or experience or get out in nature and observe. There's so much beauty out there. And when you go through this process of healing, you start to see miracles. You start to see a whole different world. It's like you're living separate from the chaos happening out there compared to what you're creating in your life. And the more you get out in nature, the more you connect and find alone time and find God, you'll realize that the natural world is incredible. There's so much healing out there in nature. But you got to get out there. You got to get out in the world that God created and not the world that man created. Okay? It's so important to do this. Connect. Connect out in the natural world. Okay? Okay, another thing that will keep you stuck is not realizing that you are an energy being. Okay, and this kind of goes with one of the other things that I mentioned earlier. And I've talked about this on some other videos, but you have to realize that you are an energy being. Okay, we are all energy. Everything is an energy transfer. Okay, everything is. And everything has dark and light energy. We do as well. And there is an energy signature to each one of us, depending on if we carry more dark or light energy. So when you're around certain individuals, you can get energy attachments from other people. You can get an energy transfer of darkness onto you. It's a transfer of energy. You know, be careful with your energy field. Be careful on who you're involved with. If there's someone negative in your life, you need to release them out of your experience. You need to walk away. Your body knows and can feel darkness. And you'll be getting signs on, who to stay away from. You'll feel it in your body. It's like a warning sign, okay? And as you raise your frequency, it's like your body's telling you, okay, that person's not on my frequency. Okay? They have not healed enough within themselves through this ascension process, through opening up your chakras with the 7 seals in the body. And your soul will know who around you has more dark energy than light energy. Okay, and it will alert you. So pay attention to this. We're all energy beings. We're all connected. We're all the divine collective. Okay, through God. And energy is currency, guys. Everything is energy. So if you're not calm inside, if you're not peaceful inside, if you're struggling, your energy is not going to be balanced. And you're attracting more shadows, more of the dark energies. And it's a real thing, guys. My stomach just growled. Did you hear that? That's confirmation. I haven't had anything to eat yet today, and it's in the afternoon, so sorry. Okay. Lying. Lying is keeping you stuck. God is the truth. And it doesn't matter if you're telling a little lie here, a little lie there, any lie will keep you at a lower frequency. Okay? Start living in the truth, no matter what. It doesn't matter what it is, guys. The spirit realm is real, and they know if you're lying. And they're listening to everything you say. So, stay in the truth no matter what. Because if you don't, you're not only lying in general, but you're lying to yourself. Okay, and that lowers your frequency. Very, very important. Okay. Here's another one. Holding in your emotions will keep you stuck. And society teaches us that, we have to be strong. We have to, not show our emotions. We're programmed to be a certain way around others, and for men especially, you're taught to not cry. Taught to be the strong one. We've been programmed for so long about holding in our emotions. Don't show that affected you, that this affects you. It's so important to go within yourself and cry it out. Get those layers of darkness off of you. Deal with your emotions head on. Okay, because your tears are a release of energy out of your body. And they're gold. Your tears are a release. That's how your body releases chaos and stress and so much of the dark energy that attaches to you. Okay? So cry it out. And if you got to go in private to do it, please do it. It's a very important part of this process, and believe me, I've done a lot of it. But it's a release system, guys, and it helps your body balance your energy. It helps your nervous system, okay, to come to more of the 0 point energy within you, the balance within you. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I know there's a lot more things that I could talk about, but this is a huge one. It is a huge one. And I mentioned a little bit of it earlier with addictions. Okay. And the subject is intimacy. Now, this may shock a lot of you because it did me when I learned about it. Intimacy. Intimacy is complicated. But when you are intimate with someone, you are sharing their energy. You are sharing their DNA. You are sharing their demons and the darkness on them, or the light. If they are, if they hold more light within them, if they've activated more of their light, great. But every time you share yourself with someone else, you are accumulating their demons, their shadow self, and their DNA. And this is a complicated one, guys, but you are adding to your bloodline's chaos. Okay? There's a reason why you should only be with one person. There's a reason why you have to be real careful on who you share your energy with. And if you are with multiple people, you are accumulating all of that onto you and in your bloodline. Okay? And this will carry over. I mean, through your ancestors, guys. This is an example that I give. If you're an alcoholic, you probably had a family member that was an alcoholic, a mother or a father. This is shared through your DNA. Demons. Demon energy. Devil energy. It gets shared in the DNA. But every time you are with another person, they are sharing their demons with you. They are sharing their shadow self with you. And you are accumulating all of that darkness onto you. And then you have to heal from it all. And sometimes, if people have a lot of dark energy on them, those will become attachments onto you. Entity attachments, depending how dark that person is. This is a real thing, guys. It's a very real thing. So you got to be really careful. Excuse me. You have to be really careful on who you share your energy with. This can be, passed through bloodlines, guys. And the more dark energy you accumulate on your body through your DNA, the more that's going to be passed down to the next person. The more you're going to have problems with your nervous system, the more you're going to have problems with dis-ease in the body. You could be getting sick. You could be having so many different ailments that you don't know where they're coming from. Well, there's different reasons for that, but, that could be karma. Karma is very real. It's, the energy that you put out into the world. It eventually comes back to you. And probably multiplied and purified. But it's amazing how energy works. And you got to be really careful on who you're around, who you touch. This is a big one too. We've been taught to shake everybody's hand, when you meet them, and hug everybody and all these things that we do with touch. Okay, well, you touch another person and your energy is a transfer of energy with that person. And that energy goes on to your body. It attaches to you. So there's a reason why you may not feel uncomfortable around, or you may feel uncomfortable around someone. Your intuition kicks in and, you don't want to be around that person. There's a reason why. Your body is alerting you, saying, don't touch me. There's a reason why. Your soul is telling you, is reading the energy of that person. And every time you touch someone that is just in a general way, you are exchanging energy with that person and you are accumulating whatever energy they hold, whether that be dark or light, or more dark than light, or more light than dark. It depends on what that person's done, through their words, through their actions, their behaviors. You have to be very careful and pay attention to who's in your life and who you want around you and who gets close to you and, who tries to touch you in any way. When you understand this, when you are aware, because awareness is key. When you are aware of these things, you're going to change your life. You're going to change who you're around, who you have relations with, who you're intimate with, who you let into your circle. Always trust your energy. Always trust how you feel. Your intuition is God. Always trust your body. Always trust how you feel around someone. Because energy is everything. And you have to listen to it. God is your intuition. God is trying to alert you. If you feel off about someone, listen. There's a reason why you're getting those vibes. And the more you understand about energy and understand about this process, the more you will change your life in every way. And you will start, you will stop accumulating so much dark energy from others. Let go of what no longer serves you. And that could be people. And be very careful about who's in your life and who is trying to keep you stuck, trying to keep your nervous system stressed out. Your body wants peace and calm. And whatever way you have to do that to get to that point, you need to follow through with it. And having a connection with God is the most important thing. Because you'll start to realize a lot of this when you have a connection. You'll be shown. And this is how and this is how I show you about the chakra system. I do this in every video I have or have put out there on how to start this process. Okay, you open up your chakra system. You sit in meditation. You close your eyes, sit in meditation. Focus on your heart chakra. Okay? Kind of like with your eyes closed, kind of focus your eyes down towards your heart area, because your heart remembers your trauma and your pain. And when you sit in meditation, and it doesn't have to be in a yoga pose, it doesn't have to be in a specific way, guys. I started doing it just sitting in a chair. Don't cross your legs or anything. Just sit in a chair with your legs and your arms free. And close your eyes and meditate. Focus on your heart space and relive your trauma. Everything in this process is about reliving your trauma and stop avoiding it. Everything is trying to distract you out there from dealing with the dark layers that have accumulated on your body and inside of you. And this is how you directly hit all of your shadows, and you deal with them. Shadow work. It's called shadow work. And you can look this up on social media. Okay? But you look at each painful experience through your life when you do this process. Understand the chakra system. Learn about each chakra, what it does, how it helps you. It will start to help you understand about energy. Okay? But you cry out your emotions, or through your emotions, and you release the darkness off of you. And the more you do this, the more you will come to 0 point energy within yourself to balance your energy. And your nervous system will start to relax. And you will start to become aware of more of what's going on in your world. The more you ask God for help, the more you ask your angels for help, because they're there. They're waiting for you to ask. Because we have free will. But if you don't ask, you're not going to get help, which means you're going to be struggling down here on your own. So to break free from everything going on right now, trying to distract you and control you and keep you chained, and to realize that God is not separate from you, and in some building somewhere, God is inside of you and working through you. Okay, but the more you do this process, you're going to see who God really is. And you will understand that God is source energy. And the more you release of the darkness off of you, the layers that attach to you, like in Shrek, the onion layers that everybody has, the more you release those layers, you're going to start activating the light within you. And you will come to a balance point. And you will start to feel peaceful. You will lose a lot of addictions. You will lose a lot of things that no longer serve you. And you will transform. You will change your life. This is the process of healing that I explain in all of my videos. Okay, but these things that I've mentioned today, these are a lot of the things that are going to keep you stuck in a loop from not growing and excelling in your life. You're going to keep doing the same things over and over and over again. You're going to get the same result, or worse. You've got to find balance in your life. And releasing a lot of these things that I've talked about today, you're gonna notice a huge difference. This process is very real. I've lived it for so many years of my life. And God shows me all the time on this process and how I've let go of so many things. We all go through things, and no one's perfect. But going through this process myself, my angels and spirit guides, spirit, they've all shown me what I've needed to do and what I have done to get to this point in my life. And I see the world totally differently now. And I'm trying to help you through my videos to break free, to get out of the loop, to help you get unstuck. You keep doing the same things over and over again, and your life is not going to change. But this is the way. This is the way through being stuck in the loop. Okay? To where you can go higher and live in the heavenly energies from the heart chakra on up and get out of the lower chakra area, which is devil energy. You know, and to understand more about the devil energy, guys, your sacral chakra. Okay? Understand what the sacral chakra is. You can look it up. This is where a lot of addictions come from. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you understand a little bit more about energy, about, you know, what is keeping you stuck. And I hope you change up your energy and pay more attention in your life about what's happening around you, within you, and that everything is energy and that you can change your life by just doing these things or changing these things. And you'll start to see more abundance come into your life. You'll start to find happiness. You'll start to see life in a whole new way. It's amazing. You know, go through the transformation. So anyways, that's it for today, guys. This is Kristen from A Voice and a View. Hope you're all doing well out there and be safe. Okay? Change up your energy. All right. Love you all. Bye.